Let me tell you something. Inside we have a hell of a construction crew putting together the bar, the deck.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. All right, we're looking for Fire King mugs. We're looking for Fire King mugs. Keep your eyes peeled. I've got a keen sense when it comes to Fire King, so. Follow me. Yep. How are ya? Fire King mugs. $5, perfect. We'll take these. They have a bunch here. I think we only need 2 for now. We've got a lot at home. This one's a Cory, I think I'm gonna get it. This is from in the mid 40s. It's like this hand-drawn map that it's like legitimately old. This would be a fun thing to frame and mat.
Were you guys from a picker show or something?
No.
American Pickers?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I thought maybe you were.
80 inches, how are you? Thanks for coming. That could be perfect. It's a little narrow, I think. Door's 24 inches wide. That's about the width of my shoulders, so. How are you, Paul Bunyan? Thanks for coming. I'm gonna get it. It just feels like it should happen. This hardware feels like hardware from 1937. This door's from 1937. Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect in every way. A lot of people have been asking about how perfect it is. It's almost like it was built for this building. It's perfect. Hello? Okay, there we go. Now we're burning with fuel. It's awesome. It's a little small. What do you think, Lucy? We'll just put it up like that. Shim it in. I think that's the right word. We'll shim it in. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, how can I help you? Come on into my office. Watch the door. Woo! It doesn't even need any work. It's like in. I'll let Cory know. It's already been installed. All right. Look at all this beautiful furniture. This is the Longshot. So these cushions, which we picked up earlier today, belong on this beautiful leather sofa. And I think it's gonna look, this is just gonna look so good. We gotta dust it off a little bit, but we're gonna clean all the furniture before it finds its final resting place inside the Longshot. Oh, that Pendleton blanket on that old leather sofa looks fantastic. So, I didn't really have a specific kind of thing in mind when I started buying all this furniture. I knew I wanted to buy a bunch of furniture that fit the space. It felt a bit eclectic, but also fits well together. Not uniform, but just fits well together as a cohesive collection. So there's a lot of leather, a lot of wood, and then some pops of color to sprinkle in. There's a lot of Danish stuff, a lot of mid-century modern, and then tufted leather sofas like this as chunkier pieces. But it's gotten to the point where I've purchased so much furniture, I think I've overshot the mark in terms of how much we need. So we may end up selling some of the cool pieces that we've got in here in the store, and maybe even on the floor. I'm not really sure what we'll end up doing, but it'd be fun to sell furniture that I think is really cool, and I think people end up liking a lot of the stuff that we have. So we'll see how it plays out, but there's way too much here, I think, for what we've got at the Longshot. So I love it all, but it can't all fit in the old Longshot. Oh, okay, so the bar is the focal artistic point of the entire building. And it was the first thing I thought about when I was envisioning how I wanted to construct the interior design of this space. Kat and Roger are a ceramic artistic duo out of Los Angeles. They build the most beautiful ceramics I've ever seen, and I've been a big fan of theirs forever. All right. The tile installation is in, and I couldn't be happier. This looks, I mean, I knew it was gonna look great, but it's exceeding my expectations. I couldn't be happier with the outcome of what's going on in the last 2 days, and really like the months previous in talking to Kat and Roger about the design and our goals for the bar and the bar face. It's funny because the idea of putting this bar together only came to me as I was sitting in the workshop in the East Bay of California, Northern California, thinking about how I could potentially work with them. And they were in a presentation talking about all the collaborations they've done. They were telling me and everyone in the class that day about how excited they got about collaborating with people to try and execute projects that they don't get to do in their everyday lives. And so that got me thinking right there on the spot, well, what could we do at the Longshot that would fit into that bucket? And I knew we needed to do something really cool with the bar, and I thought, well, the bar could be tile, and it could have this like beautiful artistic ceramic kind of facade. So afterwards, I rolled with that. I went up to Roger, introduced myself, and told him that I had this idea for collaborating with them on doing a ceramic tile bar. And it piqued his interest. We followed up and spent the next 2 weeks going back and forth over email. Here we are today. What literally just came to me in the middle of a ceramic workshop just outside of Oakland, California, is now happened here in Sandpoint, Idaho. Very happy with the Kat and Roger collaboration. I mean, obviously, it's a real honor to be able to work with them. But yeah, this is just beyond my wildest dreams. So very happy. All right, things are coming together nicely out here. Hey, welcome to the Longshot. You may not recognize this because this was only constructed in the last week. A week ago, I would have been standing on the ground, and a year ago, I would have been standing on an ADA ramp that wasn't ADA compliant. So a lot's changed in a year, a lot's changed in a week. We're loving this deck. I think it's gonna be a big hit in the summertime and hopefully figure out a use in the winter as well, but we're cleaning it up and anticipating getting it covered with a seal and a waterproof finish. So, got a lot of work to do out here today as well. Nobody, and I mean nobody, go stepping on that deck until we got a full coat of seal, maybe 3 coats of seal. Until then, that is off limits. All right, that's it for now. We're good. We're good? We're good. All right, this hog started up. We're gonna take it up to this awesome little lookout just about 1.75 miles up behind my house. It's an awesome view of Lake Pend Oreille, the river, and it's a great place just to enjoy the beauty. Yeah, I really find this place special. It's one of the many special places up here in North Idaho and behind my house. But this one, I particularly like to take the quad up in the evening. A lot of the time with Lucy. I also like to run up here as a little trail run. It's just a fun place as a destination to come to. I love this big rock. It's great with groups as well. But we've got a surprise in store. Cory had a very creative idea to kind of complete the bar, and I'm very excited to see how that all comes into place. And it'll be an adventure kind of going to get this thing. So it's out in Newport, or just past Newport, which is a little town outside of Washington, about 30 miles from here. And so we'll see how it all turns out, but I'm excited to see what Cory's creative concoction results in.